Hello future engineers, welcome to my YouTube channel. If you're still new to my channel and you like what I'm doing, please don't forget to share my videos to your friends and to your friends' friends. To your younger brothers and sisters who would want to take up engineering in the future, and to your relatives. That's one way you can keep me going, inspired and refreshed. Now, if you find my videos interesting and important to your studies, also please don't forget to subscribe.
Hello future engineers, here is another video in Engineers in Progress on uniform motion. I hope that some of you or all of you can follow the solutions and thereby enhancing your skills in mathematics. Still on uniform motion, problem 57. A train 250 meters long and moving at 25 kilometers per hour is to cross a railway bridge 1 kilometer long. How long will it take it to pass the bridge completely? So for the train to pass completely the bridge, time starts should time starts when the front of the train should be even with the uh, one end of the bridge, and time ends when the rear of the train is even with the other end of the bridge. And let's express the answer here in minutes. So let us say this is the railway bridge and this is the train. The length of the train is 250 meters long, the bridge 1000 meters, 1 kilometer long. And this is the initial position of the train, and that's 250 meters. That should be the final position of the train. And remember, this is 250 meters. Since this is the front of the train before or at the start, then the end of the train at the end, the total distance traveled for the train in order to pass the bridge completely is 1000 plus 250, so 1250 meters. And we should equate that to the speed of the train times time in minutes. We express the speed of the train 25 kilometers per hour in meters per minute to be consistent with the unit. So this is the speed of the train v sub t times travel time of the train. We're looking for that travel time in minutes. So the speed of the train, 25 kilometers per hour. Distance equals speed times time, of course. 25 kilometers per hour or 25,000 meters per hour, and 1 hour is 60 minutes. So 25 kilometers per hour, which is 25,000 meters per 60 minutes, 1 hour is 60 minutes, is equal to 1 to 50 meters per minute. Substitute here with distance 1250 equals 1 to 50 over 3 times time. So we can cancel 1 to 50, cross multiply, so time equals 3 minutes. So that's it. That's the required time for the train to completely pass the bridge, 1 kilometer long bridge. Problem 58. A man leaving his house at 7 a.m. and traveling at an average speed at 60 kilometers per hour arrives at his office 10 minutes before the expected time. Had he left the house at 7:25 a.m. and traveled at an average speed of 75 kilometers per hour, he should have arrived 5 minutes late than the expected time. So how far is his office from his house? Determine also the expected time that he should be at the office. We will call capital T as the time that the man is expected to arrive at his office. So our working equation would be departure time plus travel time equals actual time of arrival. So departure time plus travel time equals actual time of arrival. Of course, we express everything in terms of hour to be consistent. The travel time is equal to distance over average speed. So for the first situation, the departure time is 7 a.m. and the man travels at the rate of 60 kilometers per hour, we will call the distance of the man's house to his office as D. Then we equate it to the actual time of arrival. So in the first situation, the man arrives at his office 10 minutes before the expected time. So the man was early, therefore we equate it to capital T, the time that he should be at the office, minus 10 over 60. 10 minutes over 60 minutes per hour, so that we can consistently set up the equation. So 7, so T equals distance over average speed. So 7 departure time plus D over 60 travel time equals quantity equals capital T actual, or the time that he should be at the office, minus 60, 10 over 60. So simplifying this equation, this is equal to T minus D over 60 equals 7 plus 10 over 60, or 7 plus 1 over 6, and that is 43 over 6. So capital T minus D over 60 equals 43 over 6. Call that equation 1. For reviewing students, then I'll just call that equation 1. You can use your calculator, of course. For high school students, you need to solve these equations manually by your own if the calculator is not allowed. But if the calculator is allowed, then you just set up this equation. This is a challenging problem for high school students, but for reviewing students, this is not so challenging students unless you're not good in algebra. Then for the second situation, the departure time is 7:25, and that is 7 plus 25 over 60. The travel time is distance over 75, and the time of arrival, he arrived 5 minutes late than the expected time of arrival. So he exceeds the expected time of arrival. Therefore, it is equated to T plus 5 over 60. So 7 plus 25 over 60 plus distance over 75 equals capital T plus 5 over 60. So simplifying, for equation 2, capital T minus D over 75 equals 22 over 3. Call that equation 2. Solving these two equations simultaneously for high school students where calculator is not allowed, you eliminate T, then you can solve for D first. But for reviewing students, you can solve this directly. So capital T is 8 a.m. and D is equal to 50 kilometers. So that's it for that problem. Let's proceed to problem 59. A certain physicist who is always in a hurry walks up an ongoing escalator at the rate of 1 step per second. 20 steps bring him to the top. On the next day, he goes up at 2 steps per second, reaching the top in 32 steps. How many steps are there in the escalator? So take note that the escalator has also its own speed in steps per second. So for the general formula, it should be the speed of the man or physicist plus speed of the escalator times time equals number of steps. So the speed is in steps per second, the time is in seconds, and of course steps per second times seconds, so that should be steps, so number of steps. So for the first situation, we have 1 step per second plus, we denote the speed of the escalator as V steps per second. So 1 plus V times time equals number of steps. So for this first situation, because it is mentioned here that the man reaches the top after 20 steps, so meaning 1 step per second times time equals 20. So therefore, T is 20 seconds for the first part. Then 1 plus v, substitute here, 1 plus v times 20 equals the number of steps. Then for the second situation, on the next day, he goes up at 2 steps per second. So 2 plus v times time equals n times t2 equals n. And it is mentioned here that the PCCs reaches the top in 32 steps. So meaning 2 steps per second times t2 equals 32 steps. So that means the PCCs requires 32 over 2 or 16 seconds to reach the top. Substitute in this equation, and also t is 20 seconds in this equation. Then we divide to eliminate n. So 1 plus v times 20 divided by 2 plus v times 16 equals n over n, which is 1. So 1 plus v times 20 over 2 plus v times 16 equals 1. Since 20 over 16 is the same as 5 over 4, so this is 1 plus v times 5 over 2 plus v times 4 equals 1. Then we cross multiply. 5 plus 5v equals 8 plus 4v. 5v minus 4v is v. 8 minus 5 is 3. So the speed of the escalator is 3 steps per second. Having found the speed of the escalator, we then substitute it into equation 1 to solve for n, or in this equation here. N therefore is 1 plus 3 times 20. 4 times 20, so there are 80 steps in the escalator. Then problem 60, two trains started at the same time from cities A and B respectively. The first going from A to B and the second from B to A. They traveled at uniform but different rates. The first train reached B 4 hours after they passed each other. The second train A 2 hours and 15 minutes after they passed. Find the time that each train required to make the trip. So to solve for this time, we know that distance equals speed times time. And let's draw the figures so that we can analyze the situation well. So this is train A going to B and train from B going to A. And let us say this is their meeting point here. So this is equal to speed of train A v1 times the meeting time is t. Let us say they meet at t, so this distance is v1 times t. Then this distance is v sub 2 speed of train 2 times t. Also, the distance from A to B is equal to, since the train from A, after passing with train B, reaches B in 4 hours. So distance AB is equal to V1 times the total travel time of A, which is T plus additional 4 hours. So D sub AB equals V1 times T plus 4 hours. Then distance AB also is equal to V sub 2. The travel time of the train from B is, the speed is V sub 2 and the travel time is T plus the additional time, which is 2 hours and 15 minutes, and 2 hours and 15 minutes in hours is 2.25. 2 plus 15 over 60 is 2.25. So distance AB is also V sub 2 times quantity T plus 2.25. Also, distance AB is V1T plus V2T. Then, since these two distances are equal, we equate. So V1 times T plus 4 is equal to V2 times quantity T plus 2.25. Then, simplifying, V1T minus V2T is equal to 2.25 V2 minus 4v1. So v1t minus v2t equals 2.25 v sub 2 minus 4v1. Also, we equate v1 times t plus 4 to this expression here. So v1 times t plus 4 equals v1t plus v2t. And since we have here, we can cancel v1t, then we have 4v1 equals v2t from this equation. Cancel v1t and v1t here. So 4v1 equals v2t. So that means v1 is equal to v2t over 4. So having found or having expressed v1 as v2t over 4, then we substitute it here into this equation here so that we can solve t. So v2t over 4 times quantity t plus 4 equals v2 times quantity t plus 2.25. So we can cancel v2. Take note, we can cancel v2, then distribute and cross multiply. So we have t squared plus 4t equals 4t plus 4 times 2.25 is 9. So t squared plus 4t equals 4 times t plus 9. We can cancel 4t, so t squared equals 9. So from t squared equals 9, t is square root of 9, so t is 3 hours. So having found t is 3 hours, the travel time of A is 3 hours plus 4, because this is the travel time of train 1 or A. So T sub A equals 3 plus 4, and it is equal to 7 hours. And for train coming from B, it is T plus 2.25. So 3 plus 2.25 equals 5.25 hours. So that's it for this video. I hope that you were able to follow the explanations and the solutions.